Welcome to Orange Room Conversations, a space dedicated to vibrant conversations that's full of joy, laughter, happiness, and togetherness. Get comfortable, kick your shoes off, sit back, grab some coffee, tea, or a good glass of wine, and let's settle in to discuss love, relationships, grief, loss, sex, friendships, intimacy, spirituality, and family. An atmosphere that welcomes vulnerability and transparency. Welcome, my friend, to Orange Room Conversations. Come on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are having an excellent and a wonderful day. Today we are having Orange Room Conversations. Yes, if you notice or if you've ever been to my wonderful home, I am in the Orange Room, the room that personally I find my peace, I find my creativity, I find my joy, I find my love, and it all resides for me in this room. I don't know if you remember, there was a movie once that was called If These Walls Could Talk. That would be what the Orange Room is. If These Walls Could Talk. This room has been used over the many years that we've been here, where people have come in to share, to get advice, to just be listened to have some downtime. I remember there was a lady who just, said she wanted to come over to the Orange Room. So I'm thinking, okay, she wants to talk. She walked in the door, walked right up into the couch, laid down, and just went to sleep. She needed to rest in the Orange Room. And so, I'm trying to do this new thing. I'm excited about it. Doing something that I love to do, which is, of course, talk. And but I love to have conversations and to share and to learn and to gain and to just exchange good energy. And so in the Orange Room Conversations, I'm going to be talking one-on-one with you around some different topics. Of course, my wonderful wife Annie will be joining me at times in the Orange Room, and hopefully you will come over and join me on the Orange Room, where you can curl up, get a blanket, we'll have some wine, and we will just talk about life, about love, relationships, friendships, family, grief, pain, loss, and everything that life has to offer. And we're going to do it together in the Orange Room. So I'm excited about this conversation. I've been wanting to have, of course, I watch a regular show that's called Ready to Love. And so I enjoy everything that has to do with relationships. It feeds me, it brings me happiness and joy. And so I had a conversation with someone, and we were talking about attraction versus lust. And how do an individual know that they have gone from lust to love in a relationship? And so they were like, okay, well, go from, is lust attraction? Or is lust just lust? And attraction is something that's just different. So at this moment, I'd like to get Annie's opinion. Do you think, Annie, she's joining me for the first time in the Orange Room Conversations, do you think lust and attraction is the same thing?
Well, I think that they're definitely two different things, as it relates to lust and attraction. I think you can be attracted to something and find its beauty, find its significance, and it's not for your own personal gratification, right? I think when we get into lust, it becomes about, how does this feed me, feed my need, feed my greed. And so it's really not about the thing itself. It's about, how does it satisfy you.
Okay, so a little bit more about self gratification is what you're thinking that lust kind of falls into. So when you were thinking about lust, and this is me, this is the Orange Room Conversations. Lust seems to be, when I think of it, I think of hot, passionate, just a yearning and a desire. I asked you, when did you go from lust to love for me? And what did you say? I'm still in lust. That just made me feel good. That just made me feel good. But I know you love me too. But just to know that someone, that your partner, after all these years, still lusts for you, that made me like, oh, put your shoulders up. So, but yes, I think, it's because I think when you focus in on the lust and you meet someone, or you have a conversation with someone, and you have that immediate like, woo. I mean, if you are simply going to hit it and miss it, we just, this is just so we just lusting, go on with it. Do it safely though, but go on with it. But if you're out here in these streets looking to create, build, cultivate a relationship, I would think you should hold off. But attraction, I don't know, because I believe I'm under the guise that attraction is something that can be built, it can come over time. I think that you have to really like a person, and they might not be a number 10 for you on what you would consider a 1 to 10 scale. But you truly like them. You feel that they are a good person. They have great qualities. You love conversation with them. You have good interest. But they're not a 10 for you. But they may be a 4. They may be a 5 or a 6. Whatever your attraction level is. But I personally don't think that because they're not a 10, that they should then be, just not considered anymore, because I think attraction can grow over time. I think that loving someone's mind, falling in love with someone's energy, falling in love with the essence of who their spirit is so much more important than this instant attraction. Because sometimes we'll see something, I'll just say food, something on a menu, and the way they've described it it's attractive. The way the picture may look of it is attractive, and we'll be like, oh, I'm gonna order that, or I want that. But then when you get it, it's like, oh, this wasn't good. I didn't like this, but it looked appetizing. But I think, had you taken your time and maybe looked at the menu more, you may have found that there was something a little bit more appealing on another dish. Or also maybe you could have said like, well, add this to this, or take this out of this for me. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think it's, I'm trying to follow you, because I think, we're talking about lust, or and then we're talking about attraction, and then we're talking about love. Mm-hmm. So now I think all those three are just like totally different, and not saying that they don't cross or intersect, because love is just a category all by itself, right? And it sounds like you're saying that it's okay not to be in lust, right? And to be more of, to store it out. Are we talking about in the confines of relationship?
Yes.
Right? Because, sometimes lust is exclusive of relationships. Like when a lot of times people talk about lust, and they see somebody like, and that lust is there, they're not really trying to be in relationship.
Come on, camera, Annie.
And they're not trying to really be in relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, when we really get to thinking about lust and attraction, so you're saying that, it's okay that if I don't lust after that person, is that kind of what I hear you saying?
Lust or your attraction form is not always at a 10.
That's true. That's true. Let me get this together because we're just new to this and we're working through this, so kind of work with us. Let's do this one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's good. Let's talk about it,
mm-hmm.
right? So you're talking about within the confines of a relationship.
Yes. Let's go for instance. When you first met me.
Yes.
What did you think when you saw me?
Wow.
Okay. Oh, you seem like you was transported in time. Okay. What was that? Was it love? Was it attraction? Was it lust? Immediately when you saw me. Tell your truth. Don't be scared.
I don't know if we need to,
go ahead with it.
The orange room is, I know it's
the orange room is the room of transparency.
I don't really know if I want to get it because, my kids are going to hear this and
everything.
everything.
They in their 30s. When you first saw me.
When I first saw you, I think that.
When I first saw you. Oh my.
Okay, just to be transparent,
yes.
Just because this is the orange room, right? We will give you this exclusive, right? Of when I first met Priscilla, and what was it? Was it love? Was it lust?
Or attraction?
Or was it attraction? Well, of course, I met you in the church, right?
Yes.
And it was attraction initially before I actually seen you because I heard that you were so involved in ministry and the things that I heard about you and how you were described, it was like, like a coming attraction. That's what they do when they show the trailer. You don't
mm-hmm.
actually get to see anything, but you get little blurbs of what's going to happen and the blurbs of your trailer of how the sound bites of who you were. I found very appealing. So I was really intrigued and interested and finally getting to meet you.
Okay,
right?
So you were attracted to what you had heard about about me.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so that was attraction.
Yeah, and of course, you were very involved in two different churches, and so I had seen the program. So I've seen your picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was attracted to you as a person.
Yes.
So it was an attraction. It was not a lust thing.
Okay.
Of course. So that was my first thing. So I would say when I first met you, it was attraction.
Okay.
And admiration and all of that. And so, of course, it was a couple months before I actually got to lay eyes on
mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
In the spirit of transparency in this Orange Room exclusive, I think the first time that I saw you, you were in this very, very, very tight brown skirt.
How tight could it be?
I could see George Washington's face on a quarter. It was just that tight.
It was not that tight. You a trip. Okay.
It was tight.
We'll go with that.
And so you were going around and you were doing offerings and you, so how they stole it from the back and that was my downfall. And you
your uprising.
you walked by and the young lady that was sitting beside me knew that I was looking to meet you, not like that, but just to meet you because of things I heard about you. Said told me basically that's Priscilla. So when you got ready to come around, I was looking at you to
mm-hmm.
See you and so the first thing I saw was this like brown skirt. And
yes.
So I immediately went from attraction to lust.
Oh.
I think. Father forgive me. So that was
both at the same time. Yes. Lust and Father forgive me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were both there.
Okay.
And so by the time you came back around, I hadn't got a full-fledged look of you, but I saw that, and then I have this thing for long hair, and then back then you had this long hair running all down your back, and then when you turned around, I got a side view. I mean, this is too much for the orange room. Did you ask for all of this?
Well, we talking about love, and attraction.
Let's stay on track.
So how did you go from attraction to lust to love? And was it a process?
It was definitely a process, and for us to, to talk about the transparency in terms of this orange room and using our relationship as like a kickoff to kind of to talk about it. When we first got together, you both came out of a holiness church,
yes,
right? So, and we both were just, felt like we were going to hell in a handbasket.
That's right.
Before our theology evolved, but it was scary times, and so I knew I had this lust, right, and this deep attraction, yes, I like, but that had moved to lust like butterflies as our friendship and everything began to evolve.
Yes.
And I think I told you, I said, like, and you were like, yeah, I'm feeling what you feeling. We both feeling this. But we,
this is her favorite words. This is her favorite words.
This is my favorite word. You don't even know. What about you? Don't even know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say because this is what she did to me.
No.
She says, "I can't promise you anything.
Yes,
but we're gonna do this."
But I can't make any promises.
I can't make any promises
because at the time I was conflicted.
Yes.
Right. I was conflicted, but lust, right? This and I say that because at the time I felt like when you're denying something for so long, and then it just comes out, and it was like you had all the features, all the things that I would ever want in a woman, right? I'm still smooth like that. I say stuff like that.
Oh my goodness, you're sick. I can't help it. That's how she did it to me, y'all.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Let's stay on task.
That's all I said. Do you know what you're doing to me?
Okay.
And she said,
okay, not too much. Say something.
Okay, for the next show.
For the next show.
Okay.
Okay.
But how does love come into play?
Well, I think, like I said, we went from the attraction, and then we got in lust, and we stayed in lust for a while. But when times get hard, or when lust won't last.
That's right.
Lust is temporal, and we went through a lot initially, right? And so, but I knew you on surface areas, and as we went through challenging things with your family and my family, and I realized that, this is a ride or die. This is somebody who will see you at your worst, and even though there's nothing to lust about you at this moment, right?
Yes.
That they still find you attractive. Inwardly attractive, and then they begin to see you not from an external perspective, but they see you.
Yes, see your heart.
See your heart, right? And that they're willing to keep their feet to the fire, right, for you.
Yes.
Not for what they can get out of it, but because they're genuinely concerned about you. And we had that type of magnetism that and I say that we had that lust, but then we realized that this is more than lust, right? Even if we can't do all the things that lust leads to, I just want to be in your presence.
Yes.
I want to make sure that you're okay. I want the best for you.
Yes.
And vice versa, you want the best for me. And even if that best comes at a cost.
Yes.
Even if it's an expensive price tag, right? I'm willing to stand with you, and that played out over time. But we transitioned from attraction to lust, and when lust began to level off, we realized that when the dirt settled and the smoke settled, we still had love, and a friendship. Yes, that had been built off of everything that we had been through, and the things that we had
shared, in our high times, in our low times, like you said, that ride or die, and how things may have started, it ended in ways that we could not ever imagine. And I think that's what I want people to take from our from this particular conversation around attraction, lust, and love. And I would love to hear from you. If you'd like to send an email or inbox me, or with a question or a thought, something that we can continue to discuss, because I think it's important and it's relevant. Because some people, they get to first base, they're just attracted, but they don't know how to move forward. How do I tell them? Will they like me? And so they just stay looking afar at someone that they're attracted to. Or some people just run right in with lust, and they just going off this lust, and then, but they don't have anything to talk about. They don't have any conversation. And so they don't ever get to the love. Thanks for watching. Be sure to catch us next time. You know why? Because there's a meeting in the Orange Room, and we want to see you there. Be sure to share this podcast. Tell somebody. Look for us on Facebook, YouTube, and anywhere that you can get your streaming and podcasts, because we will be there in the place. We'll have special guests joining us in the Orange Room for some good conversation. So, if you have a comment, have a question, or just want something to say in the Orange Room, be sure to email me at imagineyoumedia@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Go be great.